Good morning. Good morning. We're live on every platform. It's just the new way that I do stuff now. So don't forget, I'm not here on a Monday, but the rest of the week, all the way through up until Friday, I'm here to share all of the latest breaking property news articles. Now, my sources, they vary. Very often I get all of my sources from propertyinvestortoday.co.uk. So head over, and a big shout out. Most of my sources do come from there, but other sources, of course, are available. Right, you've got to say hi. You've got to tell me where you're watching from. That's the first thing you have to do. Anthony, good morning. It doesn't say where you're watching from. We've got Freddie, good morning. Jack Mann has just joined us. KJ Howie, good morning. Stuart Humphreys has joined us. Freddie, please tell us where you're watching from. Robbie Manning has just joined us. Jill's just joined us. Luke Trinder, thank you. Hampshire 76 just joined us from Hampshire. We've got Bryce all the way over from America. We've got Nicholas, good morning, from Blackpool. Anthony, good morning, from Middlesbrough. We have got Natalie from Worcester, just around the corner. Lydia, good morning, from Bury St Edmunds. Graham is watching this morning from Warrington, my hometown. We've got Stuart from Marlow. We've got Freddie from Devon in the UK. Who else have we got today? Madge, good morning, just joined us. A couple more. Mark, good morning from Chichester. Brendan, good morning from County Tyrone. Sam from Australia, excellent. Thank you for being here. Beth, good morning from Newark. Richard, where have you gone? I don't know. Beth from Newark, Richard from Bedfordshire, Ron from Cardiff, and Brendan, good morning from County Tyrone. Right. Couple of things. Wendy Harmer's just joined us. Good morning, Wendy, watching on YouTube from Warrington. We've got Jabu from Birmingham, Paul from Sweden. All right, we've got people from everywhere this morning. Ravi from Twickenham. Right, you've got to click on that share button, okay? So everyone that's on here across all of the platforms, please click on the like button. Please click on the share button. I'm here for free. I'm just giving you all of that information that you need just to keep you updated with the property market. The more likes and the more shares we get, the more it means that the system will put it out in front of other people. And it means I can help more people, okay? Aaron's watching from the laundrette this morning. So let's get those shares button. Come on, Facebook. I can only see 7 likes, and we've got loads of people watching. Who else? TikTok. Come on, TikTok. We've got 120 people live and only 60 likes. We need to match the likes with the amount of people that are watching, and then it keeps it worthwhile, right? Need to get the views up on the news feed just for me to be able to make it worthwhile. Obviously, because it does take quite a lot of my time. Right, so what is going on today? Let's get straight into what's happening. Interest rate rises. Right, let's put this to a poll. Put it in the comments. Do you think there will be an interest rate rise this week? What do you think? Say yes or no if you think there will be, or if you don't think there will be or won't be. Thank you for the follows. Do you think there will be an interest rate rise this week? Put it in the comments for me. No, yes, definitely, 100%. Okay, keep those comments coming in. Yes, Julie saying yes. Ron, yes. Curtin, yes. Ian, of course. Aaron, definitely. Judith, no. You're the only person saying no, Judith, at the moment. What does everybody else think? What do you think on TikTok? Do you think there'll be an interest rate rise this week? I really want to know your comments. No from Ravi, no from Mandy, no from Graham. Bedo, good morning. No one talking to me on TikTok. Come on, TikTok. What do you think? Charlie is saying no, Bryce saying yes. Okay, let's have a look at the news report this morning. Well, there's a 50% chance of yet another Bank of England base rate rise this week, according to a leading business analyst. Susanna Streeter, who's head of money and markets at Hargreaves Lansdown, says that a week ago, it looked a dead cert that there would be a Bank of England base rate rise this week, following inevitability by lenders raising their interest rates. Now, however, she says it could go either way. It was a long week for the banking sector, with the collapse of the Californian bank, real weakness emerging at First Republic Bank, and then the dramatic takeover by UBS of Credit Suisse. Now, as long brewing troubles blow up into a big loss of confidence, however, systematic risk to the sector is still considered to be low, given that larger banks have bigger capital buffers from the financial crisis and stable deposits. She continues that trading is set to remain volatile, with investors shaken by the events of the last week, and there will be concern that more rate rises will prompt further instability. Central banks, though, have indicated that they are standing by and will use all of their tools available to limit potential growth at potential further financial instability. Now, Streeter says that the threat from inflation hasn't receded, and while it is now expected to drop back to 2.9% by the end of the year, the bank will still be concerned about pressing pause at a time when inflation remains sky high. Let's see what happens. Be really interesting moving forwards. Now then, folks, I've not done this for a while. Tomorrow night, I have got a free masterclass tomorrow night. The link is in the comments if you're watching on YouTube, LinkedIn, Facebook, and whatever. If you're watching on TikTok, you've got to click on the link in my bio. Tomorrow night, I am doing a masterclass on what's working now in the property sector. Okay, what is working now in the property sector, right? So that is https://bit.ly/masterclass Rick. Now, we normally get about 300 or 400 people that come onto these webinars when we do them. We didn't do one last week, okay? Karen saying you've just joined. Glyn's just joined. Damien's just joined. All right, loads of people just saying they've just joined. Okay, thank you very much. You've got to make sure that you're in, otherwise you're going to miss it because they are limited spaces, all right? So I'm going to be hosting this with my wife, Lorraine, and it's going to be about 60 to 90 minutes, followed by a session afterwards and a mastermind session on what is absolutely 100% working out there right now in the property industry. And if you're interested in starting a new property business, then this is for you, okay? And it's from free of charge, completely free of charge, all right? So loads of people coming in. Okay, awesome. Thank you very much. It's free. Click on that link now. The spaces are limited. Where can you see the link? It's on your screen right now. Someone's asking where you can see the link. It's right there in front of you on the screen. Okay, so we've got bit.ly/masterclass Rick, and it's on the banner. Look at the bottom. It's on the banner, clicking through, and it's also in the chat box. I'll leave that up there for the time being. Please comment joined when you have. All right. So Nick's saying it is the best live session you will ever take part in. Thank you very much. Excellent. Thank you, Nick. All right, I'm going to leave that up there. There you go. So please get yourself over there. Get yourself registered. It's free of charge. Next up today, Tesco's. Tesco's are next on the bandwagon. Tesco's are joining the build to rent bandwagon. First, the troubled John Lewis partnership announced plans to create the build to rent properties around or on top of Waitrose stores. Lloyds Bank is also now in the build to rent sector. And guess what? Tesco's is now joining on the bandwagon. Now, it has emerged that Tesco's is going to work with developer Astia on what is being described as an innovative build-to-rent scheme in the South London suburb of Lewisham. They say, we are delighted to be working with Tesco to bring forward these exciting proposals to deliver much needed new housing for rent in Lewisham, grounded in our focus on exemplar place making sustainability. The redevelopment proposals will continue with the successful regeneration of Lewisham Town Centre, and we look forward to working with the London Borough of Lewisham to bring this exciting development forward. Wow. Tesco's are on it. If it's good enough for John Lewis, if it's good enough for Waitrose, if it's good enough for Lloyds, now it's good enough for Tesco. It's got to be good enough for us, right? 100%. Absolutely. Right, who's in on tomorrow night's webinar? Type joined in if you're going to join me tomorrow night, please. Spaces are limited. The chat there, look in the chat for the link. Go onto my link in my bio if you're watching on TikTok. Okay, it's there. Next up today, Sadiq Khan has urged to act against exempt landlords. The London Mayor has been told to act urgently against the landlords of so-called exempt accommodation in London. Now, this is the largely unregulated sector of the rental market, which is aimed at providing for vulnerable tenants, such as those who have recently left prison or have historically been long-term homeless. Now, an investigation by the London Assembly Committee uncovered that some rogue providers are disregarding their safeguarding responsibilities and, in some cases, actively targeting vulnerable Londoners in placing them in unsuitable and dangerous accommodation. Now, these rogue providers charge high rents to the local council. London boroughs have spent at least £107 million on exempt accommodation in the last year alone. Now, recommendations include asking the GLA to immediately start work with boroughs and providers and the Mayor's Office for Policing and Crime to better understand and start to tackle quality issues in exempt accommodation. Now, what does it mean, exempt? Generally speaking, some properties can be exempt from having HMO licenses depending on what they are. So hostels, for example, those are typically the emergency accommodation units that are exempt from having those licenses because that's what the statute says. So if they're exempt, they can't be policed and it can't be enforced as well as it could be if they were in the private rental sector. Julie, you're in. You've joined the webinar. Julie, thank you. Rascals Castle, Southampton Limited, you're on the webinar. You have joined. Thank you very much indeed. Also lowering club card points. For Tesco's. Yeah, I get it. Mandy, you've joined. Thank you. Nicholas, will be the best live session you will ever take part in. Thank you very much. Please do join me on tomorrow night's webinar, folks. And we're not doing these weekly now. We didn't do one last week, so you've got to jump on when you can. They are free of charge. So if you want to join me, you need to click on bit.ly/masterclass Rick. I'll see you on the webinar tomorrow night. But apart from that, I will also see you back here tomorrow at 9 a.m. for more of the same. Thanks for being here. Please don't forget to click on that share button, and I'll see you back here tomorrow at 9 o'clock. Take care.